crazy. What do you mean? Just tell me. I'm okay with crazy. Well, there's one thing I can think of to help you get to your family if I was your secret. Hell, it's a great idea. You take me to find them. Why didn't I think of that? No. If I just take the tag, I can take your place on the transport truck. Then you can go back inside and find your family. All you have to do is use the tag. What tag? Look, there's a tag on my pen. How could you forget it? Tag on your phone? Oh, no. I'm sorry. I suffer from short-term memory loss. You don't remember what we were talking about? Not a clue. What were we talking about? You want to give me your tag. But I kind of like my tag. Why can't you? I hear the thing about you. Why do I hear? Because when I stay here, I'm going to get released back to the ocean. And I have extremely unpleasant memories of that place. I just want to live in a glass box alone. That's all I want. Give me your tag.
Hi.
It's not like I have a map. A map? Good idea. You take me to the map. I figure out where I am.
I can't do beams, guys, because I'm doing a YouTube channel right now. I'm doing a YouTube channel. Plus, I don't do beams on my broadcast.
Because I asked her to wait, and I said it's what you do best. So oh, it's my fault. It's all my fault. You got kidnapped and taken to whatever this place is. What if it's a restaurant? Hey, you two, shut it.
Guys, I am not single. I am taken. Sorry. No, I'm not checking DM. Don't DM people either.
Excuse me, you're worried about our friend. Is that a restaurant? It's not a restaurant. Your friend is okay.
Not telling you, it's a top secret.
The only reason says rescued, rehabilitated, and released. Should be in and out of the gym. We should have nasal parasite anemia all fixed up and sent on our way. Oh, thank goodness. Sure, that's all right. Don't you worry. That place is the Green Light Institute, the jewel of all Bay, California. He was right. Looks like you're doing something scientific. Thank you for that. So how are we going to get inside? Well, you want to get inside of it, like desperately. Our friend is in there.
Because I'm not telling you my name. Because I'm not.
Nobody's fine. There's a map. I let you read that and figure out where your parents live. And I'm gonna come to Cleveland. You got it? What was the first again? The octopus escaped again? Oh, look at all the exhibits. I don't know this parking lot is serious. Well, it's not like we want to keep an eye out. I mean, we're supposed to be releasing the octopus back to the ocean today. Well, of course I haven't seen it. You've always looked at it. No, kids. Kids are athletes. I'm not losing another tentacle for you. You lost a tentacle? Well, then you're not an octopus, you're a septicus. You don't remember, but I can count. Hurry up! Okay. Journey to the... Hey, look, shells. It's him. And then we in the Scottish National Party will be prepared to engage in discussion with the government on securing an extension to Article 50 that is long enough to enable the issue to be put back to the
Let's hear about the Brexit deal. Reject government draw agreement hold. Yes, 4142, no 301, and majority is 149.
Must include another EU referendum. Mr. Speaker, can you advise
MP rejecting Brexit deal.
to bring these proposals forward swiftly in the interest of time? We have a responsibility to end the uncertainty for all our constituents and all our businesses.
Right honourable gentleman for his point of order, which I think was probably directed at a wider audience, but insofar as the right honourable gentleman asks me for advice, what I would say to him is I think that these matters can be explored in debate almost imminently. The Prime Minister has kindly announced what is to follow, and that will be elaborated upon by the Leader of the House in the supplementary or emergency business statement. The right honourable gentleman is well familiar with the opportunities that are available to him in the table office, and I have every expectation that colleagues who want to air propositions in the coming days will have the opportunity to do so. I don't think it is necessary for me to say anything further than that, but that seems to me to be manifest. Let's leave it there for now. Yes, I will come to the right honourable lady. We may well have important matters to broach, not far distant from what the right honourable gentleman just raised, but let's just take the Leader of the Liberal Democrats. Point of order, Sir Vincent Cable.
With your vast knowledge of parliamentary precedent and history, can you identify a single case, say since the American War of Independence, in which a Prime Minister has made
drama, probably understanding it was just happened in the last 10 minutes in the House of Commons. As you can see on your screen there, the government motion has been is that rather expected of the government today. And then the Prime Minister's statement
I'm scared. What do you talk about me? What? What do you talk about me?
it should just reflect on the size of that defeat. Again, thumping as it was, I know they set a rather low bar with the first meaningful vote, but that in and of itself was an extraordinary defeat the second time round, having gone through another round of negotiations and come back with that. Very difficult indeed, generally thought we'd come back, same deals now dead. I'm not sure I detected that Theresa May agreed that it's sort of definitely will rise again in terms of the meaningful vote. But the extraordinary statement that followed then, in terms of 3 votes tomorrow, no deal, a serious consequential constitutional, economic, and social and you cannot corral your own MP. I mean, people will rightly question whether this is so this was a free vote, because she was clearly saying that she would be voting against no deal. There's a whole series.
You want a wet tree?
Biggest changes to our trading arrangements. Okay, right, listen, hold your thoughts. An awful lot of time to discuss it all, but I want to join our Deputy Political Editor and Parliament Central, obviously, Secretary Chairman of the National Committee. So Graham Brady there, Beth.
Yes, so Graham is here. Now he's the chair of the very influential Backbench 1922 committee, and he switched his vote and did back Mrs May's deal. And Graham, so Graham, thanks for joining us. Scale of the defeat, were you surprised?
I was surprised when I think she was thinking if this vote was going to be a success, then the one question is we also had to see that the Secretary General's advice was really unequivocal. Whilst it was an improvement, there was greater clarity, greater reassurance given by the
law officers' guidance, it clearly wasn't sufficient for a very large number of colleagues or for the DUP.
So this is the second meaningful vote which is lost, and not just lost in a winnable way the next time around. This is an emphatic defeat. It feels like the end of days, doesn't it?
It certainly feels like a very, very difficult time in British politics, and the next couple of days, I'm afraid, might start to look even more complicated than things do now. I switched my vote to support the government's motion tonight, really through a political judgment that I think it's now time we move on. It's time we demonstrate that we are capable of achieving and securing the departure from the European Union, for which 17.5 million people voted nearly 3 years ago. And the country is crying out for some movement, some resolution, some certainty. And I'm afraid tonight's vote doesn't give that.
So, Graham, because everyone's been asking me all day what's going to happen next. The Prime Minister set out kind of the next 48 hours. Where do we go? How does she get her deal across the line, given that the EU has said, that's it, no more negotiation, no more movement on the backstop?
Well, the Prime Minister also been very clear that the default position set out in
Get
the
cool.
law is that we leave the European
Really,
Union
Roman?
on the 29th of March.
MPs to vote on a no deal tomorrow.
Way with the transition period and so on.
Can't wait till tomorrow, till it's all, that's all done and dusted.
On the 29th of January, sought to give the space that was
Hey, Sam.
to negotiate this position. What is clear to me is that whilst it would have been one thing to vote...
That's your phones. That is heel phones. Hi, Sam.
Without an agreement having been reached, are effectively voting to try to frustrate Brexit
The weather
altogether.
is terrible,
So I think we have to recognise the country voting something, we have to deliver it, and we have to try to make sure we can do it in the most orderly
Are you
way
still up on
possible. That's why I think the Prime Minister
iPhone
arrived this evening to announce that there will be further measures taken to provide some of that certainty. The publication of our external tariffs ready for the position when the United Kingdom becomes
How are you?
an independent country again, able to have our own trade policies.
To be clear, in your mind then, no deal has become much more likely tonight.
Well, the two scenarios that become more likely are either as the party has people voted for,
I was going to
without a deal
send
now,
him
the deal's been voted down,
chicken
or
on
some
half
kind of endless delay, and all
live,
of the
but
greater
he's watching football right now,
uncertainty
so
that would entail. I think that would be a devastating result, especially for businesses that really want some certainty now, don't want endless delay.
what are you up to, Sam?
And just finally, are you totally relaxed about a free vote on a no deal?
Well, it's a strange thing to do when we had a very clear manifesto commitment on this subject, so I'm surprised by it. But I think all members of Parliament should look to their own conscience. They should look at the manifesto on which they were elected, and they should look, of course, at the commitments they've given in the past.
You'll vote for a no deal, won't you?
I will vote to leave the European Union, as is currently in the law, and as the British people vote.
Thank you, Sir Graham. Thanks so much. Diamond, I've also got someone on the other side of the Brexit debate in the Conservative Party, and this is Dominic Grieve, the former Attorney General. Are we heading for a no-deal Brexit?
I very much hope not. I think you will find that tomorrow the House of Commons will decisively state that it doesn't want a no-deal Brexit. A no-deal Brexit would be catastrophic for our country. The Prime Minister made that clear at the dispatch box, and I entirely agree
Hey,
with her
that's
about
choosing
that.
me, guys.
So
Confirmed.
tomorrow we must
Tomorrow's
come
vote
together to make
on a no
quite clear
deal
that this is
Brexit
an
will be
unacceptable
free
suggestion.
vote.
What happens now? I mean, a defeat of
Hope everybody
149 votes on the heels of a defeat
votes no.
of 230. The Prime Minister threw her lot in with her Brexiteers. She doesn't want a cross-party deal, and still they say no. Where does she go from here? She should just quit?
No, I think she faces great difficulty. I feel very sorry for her, but the inherent truth is that the promises of the 2016 referendum, the vision behind it for the Leavers, is all frittering away because the reality is nothing like the fantasy that was constructed. And that's why it's been rejected, because obviously the ERG themselves don't like what
Facebook Live.
and feel very strongly about it. And equally, people like myself.
If I can do it on that, I can do it on this. Why can I not do it on
And that's the view obviously shared by the opposition as well. So we've got to do something different.
I'll probably not get on here. I'll watch that.
Colleagues about the options. I
I'll be red on
recognise
that.
that they're difficult. But my view has always been the only solution is to go back to the public. They can see what's going on. They can understand what the issues are. And we should go back and ask them, do you want to leave on the back of the Prime Minister's deal or remain in the EU? And that would actually bring this very sorry chapter to a resolution reasonably swiftly.
Mr. Green, given that at the moment it doesn't look like the Prime Minister will pivot to a second
I've probably
referendum,
got
who knows what's going to
people
happen
calling
these
me
days.
on that watch.
How
I bet
likely
you
do you
I'm
think that what she'll actually do
I
is
bet you.
let no deal be rejected in Parliament, let an extension go, and then bring a meaningful vote back again and say to our Brexiteers, look, are you going to take my deal or are we going to have a very long extension? Do you think that's the most likely outcome now?
She might do that, but I must say, I think it's potentially very risky. I obviously can't speak for my ERG colleagues. And I also think it's increasingly divisive because it's absolutely clear that at the end of this process, people are going to be voting for something they don't want. And this worries me. I mean, the whole of the history of Brexit, since we started dealing with it in Parliament, is MPs feeling coerced into doing something which is contrary to their conscience. And that really troubles me, because at the end of the day, if we do get forced out or taken out of the EU on that basis, the idea that that's going to bring closure to this matter seems to me to be fanciful. What's going to happen is the moment we're out, the debate is going to resume in an equally debilitating form, but with the United Kingdom really weakened in its international standing, no longer in the EU, a supplicant in terms of the negotiation for the future relationship.
Wait,
And
that's
with
what
a
I'm on.
divided Parliament and in
Like me,
the Conservative Party,
by
Labour is
Facebook,
divided,
and I'm on my YouTube channel
to come to
at
an
the same
agreement,
time.
because it's going
Like
to
I'm
the
on
very
3 different
root of
fucking.
the country's identity. It's a very serious issue, and we should avoid that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Green. Well, look, there you have it, Dermot. I mean, Sir Graham really clear there that the failure to unlock the DUP meant that they also couldn't unlock the Brexiteers. He's quite comfortable with the no deal, but as Dominic Grieve made very clear, that is an absolute minority in Parliament. Expect a no deal Brexit to be voted down tomorrow, then a potential extension. I've watched to see if Theresa May tries to bring her deal back again, maybe hoping that those two events later in the week will focus her Brexiteers' minds into backing her deal, or it's been no Brexit at all.
What interesting times we live in, Beth. Thank you very much indeed, Beth Rigby, our Deputy Political Editor there in Parliament Central Lobby. We'll be back with Beth very soon. And as Beth said there, this is the scenario after the defeat of the withdrawal agreement. There, a free vote, the Prime Minister announced immediately after that defeat on no deal. It'll be interesting to see how the Prime Minister herself votes on that. Then on Thursday, a vote on whether to ask the European Union for an extension of Article 50 to delay the leaving date beyond March the 29th. Now, as I say, it's about asking the European Union for that. There is a way out of it, of course, so without asking the European Union, and that's to revoke Article 50 altogether and remain within the European Union. That is in the UK's hand, but any other form of extension has to be agreed by the 27 other members of the European Union. So that end, then let's join our Europe correspondent, Mark Stone, who's in Strasbourg at the moment, I believe, where the European Parliament has been meeting. Oh, you're with us in, you're certainly not with us in Westminster as our strap says there, Mark. But this issue of asking the European Union for an extension, it's getting ever closer. It depends on the vote tomorrow and indeed
Hi, welcome
on
to the
Thursday. We've got
podcast.
some
Hi,
information
Pickle.
on that, haven't we, on the mindset of the European Council. Yes.
Sorry. Well, I just people know that and that. It's like I'm going to go like back and forth.
Influential member of the European Parliament on the Brexit steering group needs to go, but we want his reaction first. Sir, what do you make of what just happened in Westminster?
Look, it's incredible. I think that was the most possible, best deal which it was possible. With all the goodwill, it was very clear that legally binding, there was no threat for the United Kingdom. If we have not a proper, the European Union will not proper deal with that question, they can go out of the customs union or the backstop. That was all possible. I have the feeling we could propose what you want. There is a majority in the House of Commons who does not want a deal. There's a hard Brexit, yes, they want not to have a deal at all, and the Remainers, they want not to have a deal at all because they hope for another referendum.
So it's your view that whatever the EU had offered, that they would have voted against it?
I'm for sure that this is the case, because that is, I think, an unconstructive coalition between the Remainers and the hard Brexit is. And so long this coalition is not broken, there will be no chance to come to any agreement. And it's still be not broken if you do a 2 months extension until the European Commission no longer is possible. And we do not know any reasons. I do not know how to go forward.
So we're looking at a much longer extension.
That's not possible. And that will take part in the European elections.
And why is that not possible?
Look, if you want to leave in half a year or a year, then vote about the next European government and the next European budget. That is not a fair thing. And you make the best way is then that Theresa May, what she can do, should take the Article 50 letter away, so that we have no, then they can come back later to that. Then it's very clear that the only possibility for doing that, and they should look into that case.
Okay, so let me be clear. You're saying that a longer extension to Article 50, which would take us beyond the European Parliament elections in May, is not going to happen. You don't think the EU27 will agree to a longer extension?
I don't believe that all 27 countries must be done altogether, that will be accepted also in the European Parliament. We will not happy about that, if that would be happening. Because Britain has no clue. They have no London should talk to London and come up with a proposal which would be acceptable for us. Since 2 years or 3 years, the United Kingdom is not a joint position on such a question, no majority in the House of Commons.
Okay, so what you're saying though will alarm some in the UK, because there are MPs in the UK who voted against this deal because they think they can get a long extension of Article 50, perhaps a second referendum, perhaps a general election. You're saying that they're wrong, that what happened tonight will result in a no deal.
Please have respect, guys.
We are very close to that. They have to know that, and they have only a few weeks' time to solve that problem. We want to have clarity. Our business is to have clarity, not to go another year in that way. When we don't know what the United Kingdom wants, do it now, or we will get Brexit very soon.
Now, finally, you're close to German Chancellor Angela Merkel. I'm not asking you to speak for her, but what do you reckon she's thinking in Berlin tonight?
I will not say what I will think tonight. But I know from her that the Venice Commission did everything that was possible. This deal last night was really everything which could avoid a threat for the United Kingdom, where they were afraid of. But Mr. Cox killed it all because he is a Brexiteer. We wanted to kill it, and there was no legal and political reasons for that, what he did today, and he carries the responsibility. And then please, Mr. Cobb and Mrs. May talk to each other. They talk to each other, not Mrs. May every day here.
But you've already said that's pointless, because what's done tonight has killed it all.
If they come up in the next days, there's still 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks to go, and come up with a proposal which is accepted for us, which keeps the integrity of the internal market, we might talk about it. But I do not see such a possibility, because there is no common point which is a realistic one in the United Kingdom.
Okay, Mr. Brock, thank you very much. I need to go. Thank you for your time. The view there of Elmar Brock, the longest serving member of the European Parliament, German, an influential figure on the Brexit steering group. Very interesting thoughts there from him. He seems to be suggesting that it's his view that there will not be unanimity among the 27 on a longer extension of Article 50. And the important point to make here is that the European elections, Dermot, are in May, the elections of the 751 MEPs of this place. If there was to be an extension which took the UK beyond the point of those elections, then the UK would have to field candidates for the European Parliament elections. He doesn't believe that the EU would want to stomach that. So I'm not sure I necessarily agree with him. I think the EU 27, the remaining members, need to balance that concern about the politics of Britain standing in the European elections against the fact that if they were to block a longer extension of the UK to remain in the European Union for a bit longer, then they would be the ones blamed for effectively pushing the UK over the edge and preventing it from staying. But we'll see what happens there over the course of the next
few days, I'm sure. Briefly, I must just bring you the statement from Donald Tusk. He's the president of the European Council. He has released a statement in the last few minutes. I won't read it all to you, it's lengthy, but he does say, "We regret the outcome of tonight's vote and are disappointed that the UK government has been unable to ensure a majority for the withdrawal agreement." He goes on to say, "On the EU side, we've done all that is possible to reach an agreement. Given the additional assurances provided by the EU in December, January and yesterday, it's difficult to see what more we can do." He then goes on to conclude, "Should there be a UK reasoned request for an extension, the EU 27 will consider it and decide by unanimity. The 27 will expect a credible justification for a possible extension and its duration. The smooth functioning of the EU institutions will need to be ensured."
Okay, well, a cul-de-sac. Mark Stone, thank you very much indeed. Like for us in Strasbourg there. I want to go back to the Houses of Parliament now, because we can talk now, I understand, to the leader of the Democratic Unionist Party in Westminster. There he is, Nigel Dodds. Very good evening to you, Mr. Dodds. So, where do you think we're headed now? Do you think no deal is getting closer, or no Brexit?
Well, I think at the end of the day, it would be a major constitutional crisis if Parliament ended up defying the will of the people in terms of the outcome of the Brexit referendum vote back in 2016. So I think that that's something that all MPs will ultimately think very, very carefully about. But what was before us tonight was the withdrawal agreement as negotiated with some of the changes that the Prime Minister managed to achieve.